Sorry, I'm setting up a party. Alright, there we go. Okay, hello.
That we have successfully landed on Tartarus. That electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus time. Count is as follows. The interior can be chilly. I would also ask that you understood. Oh.
You're the backup, right? From Akande? Thank the law you're here. These bloodthirsty sprat bags have no respect for the law. Good. Came through. You've got it. Their biometric ID? I could transmit it. I'm never supposed to. Stay safe. Tartar.
Transmission. How can... See you soon, Captain.
It's a long load time. Alright. There we go. Let's.
What's that?
Forward for groundbreaker.
What was that?
Oops.
True professional.
I thought he just reloaded. Okay. What?
planned on seeing the inside of this place.
This might be the loneliest place in the whole system. Let's look around. There's gotta be a few ways through here.
Here we go. I see an egg. That was fun. Down they go.
Shit.
Let's look around. There's gotta be a few ways through here.
What was that?
Here goes nothing.
Shit.
Nice of them to leave us a few options.
Here we go. Anyone show him how it's done. I see an egg. You're right, Captain. Ha! Going.
Serves you right.
Dude, there's too many people. This is bullshit. Come on, man.
Let's look around. There's gotta be a few ways through here.
Watch a pro You got it, Captain! Not bad, huh?
Jeez.
Let's look around. There's gotta be a few ways through here.
What was that?
I'm down.
Oops. Hey, that was good. Short.
Don't mess with us.
How was yours? They were trying to have me come in today at 1. I was like, no. Nice. That's good. I don't know why it's... Oh, there we go. It was only saying one person was in this. Just a second. I'm gonna change the laundry over. Okay. Yeah, I had Christmas all day yesterday. Had my aunts.
Sure.
Guess we're going up.
Yeah. Kind of. It was supposed to be my aunt, uncle, my 2 cousins, and my grandma, but then they brought kids that like aren't even theirs. It was really weird. There we go. Okay. Oops.
Okay.
kids, like, young. Like, I think it was 8, 4, and, like a baby, like an infant. It was really weird. My grandma, like, walked back over to her house, was like, I don't feel good. It's like, okay. We did like a fish fry. It was actually really good. My uncle is a huge fisher man. Yeah, wild. That one girl was like karate kicking me, and then she was like walking around on her hands, but like backwards, like a back bend, walking around. Like it was just weird. And she was just like beating on me. I was like, what the fuck? I don't even know you. Is that a midget? Oh, coming from this way too? Everything. This game. This is the oops. Oh, that's weird. This is the last level. What? Why can't I save it? What is going on here? Okay, whatever.
Okay, Captain?
There we go. You just keep trying to save it so I don't have to go back if I die. So yeah, somehow I reached the end of this game again. They called me to come in at 1:30. I was like, dude, I'm not doing that. Like, you guys need to hire your own people to do this stuff. Like, I'm not gonna work 13-hour days outside of peak season. Sorry. I'm not that desperate.
Did any... No, I get...
What? Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm just kind of like... I told her I was done. I'm not doing it. Like, peak season's over, I'm done. I'm not doing it. Why is this lady not doing it?
I hope... I'm not...
Damn it, this freaking lady. I watched a speed run of this game the other night, and the dude beat it in like 11 minutes.
What was the...
Just the options he chose, and then he like, instead of flying this thing to where I went now, he just flew it to the sun, and it was basically a game over. But that's like one of the endings that you can have. It's really weird. I don't know. You should watch it. It only takes 10 minutes to watch. It's crazy. You can't even see the dialogue because he just like click through it. I'm like, what the hell? How many people are there over here? Tons of people, huh?
Here we go.
Ah, stupid reload. Prisoner captain. That's weird. Yeah, it's been pretty well. I still like the long-range weapon build better. And I kind of went, I'm trying to think. I can always just respec everything too I want. No, I did no melee. I did handguns 100. Everything else 50. And then no dodge or block. Persuades were 50. Hacks 40. Lockpicks 40. Medical, and then engineering, so I could do some of that stuff. Pristine value, whatever, durability. And then I could get rare mods, and then damage versus the auto mechanicals. And then a little bit of this, and then I was trying to raise this up to 80 to get your companions to gain 50% armor rating and damage. And then, let me see, what else did I do? Did these perks. Oh, I did weaknesses to plasma, something else, I don't know what this is. Oh, the Manta Pillar guys, and then corrosive damage.
Their mistake.
This bad guy? That's weird. Just over here smoking a cigarette. Where are you guys? What?
Okay? Great.
What's up, bro? Yeah, I think the range weapon. I would do a like sniper rifle build at some point. Like try to do no companions, just like a lone sniper. I also would do like a straight up dialogue, like try to talk my way out of everything. And then I'm actually doing the like the evil corporate ending right now too. So you'll get to see the ending. You basically sell out and turn in the Phineas guy. Saving real quick. You're lying build? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I would do intimidation or something. I don't know what I would do. So. I think I'm gonna have to fight the... Oh. It's already dead? And the other... You had to kill this guy in the other one. And the roles were reversed. The guy was kidnapped by the chick, and now in this one, the chick is kidnapped by the guy. Holy shit. Get this dude out of here. Kill him. No! Come on, man. That was bogus. Like... Jeez, these dudes with these blasters are crazy. Come on. What? Alright, let's save real quick.
Hope you're right about this. Captain.
You know, I could have sworn I tested you for hearing loss. Because I did say skip the Hope to Terra 2. Terra 2, not Tartarus. We could have saved this colony, you know. That was always the plan. I revive you, you do as I say. I tell you to go there, get me this, shoot that, and you do as I say. If you'd just listened to me, we could have rescued everyone on the Hope. We could have been the saviors of Halcyon. But you didn't listen. No one in this damn colony ever listens. What? Oh, is this thing not working? Can you hear me now? Oh, wait a minute. You were mocking me. Unbelievable. Oh, have you come to humiliate me? Do you want me to admit yours is the superior intellect? If you think I'm going to admit defeat and throw myself at the mercy of the board, oh, you're... Too late now, old friend. Can't stop the laws of physics. Oh, equal and opposite reaction. Don't worry about me. Worry about what I'm willing to do. Oh, I've got nothing to lose. I've got nothing to live. But I'll tell you what I do have. Oh, I've got a gun. And I've got Adjutant Akande as my hostage. Not bad for an old... No, it won't. If you insist... What are you? Of course. It wasn't my life. How can you say that? I spent nearly every... If not for my work, you'd still be frozen in a pod. I know, damn you. I know that. And I have to carry that... Enough! I can't take any more of this. I know... Yes, I failed. There, I've said it. I'm a failure. I failed the colony. So, you found out. I suppose it's not enough that you ruined my every plan. Yes, I've killed people. Is that what you wanted to hear? They were never patients. No, they were just... It always starts with screaming, followed by...
Poor Grandpa.
Stop it. I'm sorry about all... Never mind.
Okay, I think there is a... Oh, maybe not. No, I know there's a bad guy in there. Ugh. Oh, maybe I'm skipping him. I had to fight that warden dude last time. Pissed me off. It's real hard. Poor Grandpa. Guess I made him kill himself. What? Oh.
Thank the law you're here. That madman was out of control. At least Wells did you the courtesy of saving you a bullet. I'll have one of my soldiers toss his body out on the surface. And what about you? You aren't hurt, I hope. Shouldn't I be interested in the well-being of my finest agent? Not to mention my most valuable investment. You've put down the worst riot in our history, rid the colony of a dangerous madman, and saved my life. The board owes you a tremendous debt. We don't have a moment to lose. We're gonna have to work together to save Halcyon, because the situation is far worse than you imagined. We've lost all contact with Earth. It's been 3 years since we've received a message. We've had no contact. 2 years ago, the Earth Directorate's frigate disappeared en route to Earth. We don't know if they ever made it.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber...
Earth was more than just some distant colonial authority, Dr. Fenhill. Earth was our lifeline.
You mean we're all alone out here?
You sound frightened, Miss Holcomb. We're alone, Captain. That's all I know for certain. Yes, we do. You're the reason I'm still standing here today. It's time we carried out the program. I support your decision. Now more than ever before, Hal, we're on our own now.
That's it. Playthrough number 2.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The riots in Tartarus ended in a total victory for the board. Without any significant threats to challenge their power, the board asserted their control over the colony. The Lifetime Employment Program began immediately, and the people of Halcyon did exactly what they were expected to do. They obeyed. Sophia Akande converted the labyrinth from a prison to a processing center. She jettisoned the original colonists out of the Hope and transformed the ship into a massive storage facility. One by one, the workers of Halcyon surrendered themselves to the program. They arrived with their families and their friends, their colleagues and their neighbors, and then, one by one, they marched into their stasis chambers. As the workers of Halcyon slept in their hibernation chambers, their settlements became ghost towns, left behind by the board to be reclaimed by nature. Only Byzantium remained, a shining beacon of civilization in an otherwise abandoned colony. The people of Byzantium spent the rest of their days gorging themselves on their stockpile of resources. As for the workers of Halcyon, they never felt the effects of the collapse. They never felt anything at all. Left unchecked, the war on Monarch consumed both MSI and the Iconoclasts. And when the sulfur cloud settled, only stragglers from both factions remained. Some found their way to Sublight, some to Terra 2, and some lived their final years fighting for food in the wilderness. In the end, only the beasts remained. Over the years, the ruins of Edgewater caused irreversible environmental damage to the landscape of Emerald Vale, owing largely to the presence of toxic compounds in the town's building materials. As for Edgewater's former workers, their remains provided a source of nourishment for the region's fauna, leading to an explosion in the sprat population. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away.
Damn.
And likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. It was only a matter of time before the adjutant sent her troops to wipe out Adelaide's town. Only one deserter escaped the massacre. He was believed to be carrying the last remaining copy of Adelaide's research. The bounty on his head remains unclaimed. While the Groundbreaker remained mechanically stable, the changing times forced Junlei Tennyson to make some difficult calls on behalf of her community. The work of maintaining independence was an uphill climb, and she found herself caving to bad faith compromises with the board. Time will tell if the Groundbreaker can endure. As smaller settlements were swallowed up and their workers drafted into the Lifetime Employment Program, Byzantium continued to thrive. While its citizens lived in decadence and extravagance,
I definitely don't like this ending.
Worked to solve the nutrition crisis that threatened Halcyon. No one else much noticed the townships that disappeared from the map, or the luxuries that slowly lost their luster year by year. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. As the board reasserted control over Halcyon, Felix came to realize that his life as an upstart rebel had come to an end. The board's victory crushed any hope for a grand revolution across Halcyon. And so Felix, once again, found himself without a purpose in life. And so, disillusioned with his former boss and with nowhere left to go, Felix left his crew without saying goodbye. He was never heard from again.
Oh,
Though
man.
Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. As the board began to roll out their Lifetime Employment Program, Parvati was plagued by dreams of freezing to death. She began taking increasingly longer shore leaves, and she eventually disappeared from the Unreliable entirely. The board never knew what became of her, and under the adjutant's orders, they never tried to find out. Parvati was afforded a measure of peace and left to her own devices. As hard as she tried to drink them away, Nyoka's memories eventually overcame her. Traveling with the crew served as a constant reminder of the family she'd lost, and so she eventually returned to Monarch to get back to what she found most comfortable: the deep end of a bottle and the far end of a trail. Few have seen her since, but travelers often swear they hear her and her machine gun in the night, screaming swears and spitting bullets. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. Adjutant Sophia Akande was instrumental in executing the Lifetime Employment Program. Following the death of Chairman Rockwell, Sophia Akande served as the loyal adjutant to her former freelancer, now the most powerful person in Halcyon. With Halcyon's workers suspended in a state of hibernation, starvation and chaos are problems of the past. The Lifetime Employment Program succeeded in its goals, but that success came at a price. The Halcyon of today is nothing at all like the colony of yesteryear. Power remains concentrated in Byzantium, but all the colony's resources serve the lifestyle of the elite, thereby transforming Halcyon into one of the smallest and most exclusive colonies in the system. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus and proved yourself the most capable leader left in the colony. With Sophia Akande as your adjutant, you returned in triumph to Byzantium. All of Halcyon was yours. In time, you demonstrated a talent for leadership that far surpassed your predecessor, Chairman Rockwell. With your steady hand, you guided Halcyon through the turbulent years to follow and helped ensure the colony's survival. No one knows what's happened to Earth.
Yeah, I know.
I
I wanted to do like the opposite of the first one.
All we know for certain is this. The name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
That's it. Cha-chong! Time to move on to another game. Okay. I'll see you at work later, Peaches.